The government's talking about a new cryptocurrency called the CBDC, or the Central Bank Digital Currency. Stay tuned to find out what it's all about. So this CBDC, or Central Bank Digital Currency, it just got signed into effect from an executive order from Biden this past week, and I've got some serious concerns with it. Number one, there's a lot of people with money tied up in the current cryptocurrencies like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Well, China did this same thing not too long ago. I think it was last year. It might have been a little sooner. But they went and they banned all the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that. And then they came out with their own cryptocurrency for their federal government. So, are we going to plan on following in China's footsteps? If we do, there's some things that are going to happen. Number one, the people that have money in all these crypto accounts, you really need to get it out of there and get it into tangible assets. Because if they do decide to ban it here in the United States, the price is just going to plummet. It's going to go down to nothing, and you're going to be out all that money. Number two, the second thing that's really disturbing about a cryptocurrency for federal currency is they see everything now. So you can't have a yard sale without them knowing. Therefore, they're going to tax you on what you've sold at your yard sale. And things like this is, I think it's quite a bit of an overreach for our government. And I don't think that they need to be partaking in things as communist as that. Another thing that you can expect before they roll out with this currency is a major hit by inflation to the US dollar. See, in order for the government to move solely onto a digital platform, people would have to lose faith in the tangible money. And once that happens, then they can roll out onto their cryptocurrency. And there's been countries that have done this in the past. Germany and Hungary are two big ones. They went through hyperinflation, where their money was worth it pretty much was worth nothing. And then all the government did was say, well, we're going to adopt this new currency. And then all of a sudden, they're back to the way things were. Keep that in mind, guys. If you've got a lot of money stocked up in the bank, you might want to get it out. Buy gold, buy silver, buy collectible cars, whatever you desire. I would go ahead and do it now before the dollar crashes down to nothing, because all inflation is it's a tax on people that are storing money. If you got a bunch of money in the bank, pretty soon it's not worth as much as whenever you put it in there, and that's a major problem. So you need to address that. And see, another very scary thing is China has adopted a social credit score, and depending on how much you love China, if you live there, will depend on how much you can buy and sell and things of that nature. Well, the digital currency makes it so much easier for them to implement something like a social credit score. And people in our government have proposed us to adopt that same thing. So just keep that in mind, people. They could spin a topic like, say, January 6th, or let's say that you were involved in some kind of trucker convoy. They could spin that and say, well, now you're a terrorist and we need to freeze all of your money. You no longer have cash to spend, folks. It's all digital, and they'll get it all. So keep that in mind. These are scary times that we're heading into. And another thing that I want to point out is at the very end of the White House briefing on their website, it said that the Federal Reserve had the power to do multi-country experiments. So that leads me to question, are they going to try to implement a one world currency like what the euro tried to do but failed. That would be a very interesting concept. Don't think it's a good one. We might be heading towards the end times, people. All in all, how do we prepare for this? Well, as for the inflation, you're going to want to buy physical things, things that you can touch and feel. Gold, silver. Gold's a little bit more volatile than silver. You can lose a lot in a short amount of time with gold. So I personally wouldn't go that route. Silver is a good one. Something that is collectible, that people really like to collect. So old cars, you know, if you've got a bunch of money saved up, an old car like a 67 Chevelle Super Sport or something, that's always going to be worth something because it's got the cool factor and everybody wants it. Watches are a good one. You know, everybody knows about a Rolex watch. It's always going to be worth something. Now we'll hit your digital currencies. If you're involved in Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of those, you probably ought to go ahead and sell now before it's too late. Because if you do wait and then the government decides to ban them, everybody's going to be selling all at once and you're going to lose more money than you would if you just sold right now. And take that money and put it into tangible assets. Before you go and buy all these tangible assets, you need to be set on food and things like that. Because if inflation really does skyrocket and move toward hyperinflation, your food and things like that, they're going to be harder to come by and more expensive. So if you eat a lot of shelf staple things like pastas, go ahead and just buy quite a bit of it, you know. Get you a good at least 3 months of food. It'd be nice to get more than a year, but to each his own. That can be very difficult. Yeah, food's going to be hard to get here before too long, and especially the pasta, maybe some oils. That's what the rumor is, folks. So go ahead and get them now before it's too late. In the meantime, you guys stay safe. Take care.